This is Rebirth of Legend here with another replay analysis. We're going to be checking out a Faceless Void game. So what I want to do before we start looking at this is we're gonna tab down and look at the match histories. You gave me 3, and I do apologize. I'm trying to make this video before I go to work, so I meant to make it yesterday, but some shit came up. So what I want to talk about first is your item build. You do not want Battle Fury and Mom. So the gist of this is you want to play Faceless Void like a carry, kind of the old style with a Treads Mom type of deal, instead of doing the Vlads because you think it's more efficient and low skill bracket, which I'd say it's pretty fair. I mean, I'm sure you can win with either one, but the game is more in your hands if you're doing a carry-oriented style. So I noticed this is the game you lost, and you sent me these two: Faceless Void, no Battle Fury, and Faceless Void, no Battle Fury again. So I did notice that you won the 2 without it, you lost 1 with it. The reason for that, well, I mean, it'll be one of the contributing factors is these 2 items are redundant. They both accelerate your farm, and when you're doing it from the off lane instead of from the safe lane, your farm's actually going to be slower. And like, there's still no reason to get like both of those. Like, you can itemize a little differently. Like, you can go Battle Fury Butterfly, Battle Fury Moonshard or something, which would probably be more effective than having a Mjolnir added in there.
Yeah, Morty, I agree. Those are some nice Clydesdale.
Alright, so let's see. Maybe you do go safe lane. No, you're definitely offlaning. So some of the problems, like when you're playing from the off lane, like trying to play like a carry, the thing is, like, generally speaking, you shouldn't be getting the type of farm like you'd get from boom, low MMR. Definitely not going to counter ward it, right? Let's see if I'm right about that soon. But your item timings are generally going to be behind that of a safe laner, unless it's a 2v1 where you're fighting for creeps, because then it throws conventional wisdom out the window. Anyway, so the general gist of it is, when you have your Mom Treads, you need to have this maxed though, because the purpose of like the Mom Treads build compared to the like Vlad's build is the Mom build wants to get you like huge solo kill potential. Like, when you have a Mom and Treads with time lock, you do a crazy amount of damage in Chrono. So the reason why that build fell kind of out of favor is for 2 reasons. One, you used to be able to use your time walk to initiate. You can't really, well, you can do that, but it's only 600 range instead of 1300, which is the old time walk range. The second reason is Mom increases your damage taken by 30%, while the old backtrack, which doesn't exist anymore, got replaced by like time dilation. The old backtrack reduced functionally 25%. You had a 25% chance to dodge an attack's damage. Like, and it wasn't even counting evasion. So like an MKB didn't even guarantee an attack went through, and it was like literally anything. It was spells, physical damage, pure damage, anything. Just 25% to reduce it. So, like, in a single fight, you can get lucky and you can walk back a Laguna. Okay, this is really stupid here. So this is going to sound really obvious, but when you leap in, you can't leap out, right? It's only 6 seconds at the max level. Obviously, we're not at the max level here, which makes it even worse. But, like, think of it, I make a lot of comparisons to playing an anti-mage, so we're going to do it here too. Like an anti-mage, you blink into a fight, that gives 6 seconds where you can't do anything. In this case, you have 24 seconds where you can't backtrack. That's almost purely defensive. It's like an almost purely defensive ability. So you tried backtracking the damage, but he didn't even throw a stun out. I mean, I don't even think you can backtrack the stun damage. It's a 2-second stun. But like, the hallmark of playing like a carry is like very, very safe play. Which clearly that wasn't, because you just died for no reason. Like, you went on that with a creep disadvantage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And like, once you start trying to fight him, you're gonna aggro all the creeps to you. And it was like 2 range creeps that are also pounding on you. I don't think I can tell the damage that you took. So in this, you probably want to get the Iron Talon first, and then mom. Like, I wouldn't keep trying to fight this guy for farm. I think one of the big parts of playing like farming offline is being able to utilize the side, this fucking thing, being able to utilize this side camp very well. Obviously, you're in a 2v1 lane, so you can try and zone him out more, or like do more damage to him. But and he's out of regen too, right? Yeah, he's got 7 creeps too. Even if you didn't that kill, you have half the net worth he has now, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's look at the last hits. Like, the thing is, if you're not zoning him out, you guys want to be more efficient. Like, you're both just fighting over the EXP and farm here. You could be using this time to farm this camp and leave your Slark to hit solo EXP, so that you don't get your ass kicked. So that's something you really have to keep in mind, because that's like a kind of a mistake. So you just rush the Morbid Mask. I'd honestly just get the Iron Talon first and get more tangos, but that's because I'd be utilizing this more. You're not utilizing this, so you're not getting the little extra farm you'd want to get. Like, let's say this was a 1v2 lane, like your team took a greedy jungler or something, or even like a 1v3 lane, which I'm sure is very uncommon at this low of an MMR. I don't think tri lanes are really a thing. But like, let's say you're in that situation, it's really hard to walk up here. So you just go over here and you start jungling this and waiting for them to eventually push the creep wave towards you, and then you farm the creep camps here. Like, you buy an Iron Talon, and then you usually get a Ring of Health. In your case, or a Ring of Regen. In your case, you would just save for the Morbid Mask, and you could just send yourself tangos as necessary. Like, if you're literally straight jungling, yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of regen, but I usually come to lane with like 8 tango, Stout Shield, Ring of Protection or something is usually what I'll come to lane with. But that's because I'm anticipating the Vlads. In your case, I wouldn't do that. I'd probably do 8 Tango Salve Stout or something like that. You can even... can you get the Calling Blade instead of the Ring of Protection? I don't think you can. Because the Calling Blade's 200, so I don't think you can afford to do that. Yeah, no. It would be 25 too much. But you definitely want the Stout. Okay, now it's a tri-lane. Like, you're in a 1v2 and you're scared. And this Enigma's not even level 6. What is the skill though? That's crazy. Alright. So I'm not going to say that this is wrong. Because this is another really stupid leap forward. Like, what are you doing here? I know you have a numbers advantage. Or, did you? I don't think you did. He misses his leap. Okay, it's kind of a numbers advantage. You leaped forward and then just got destroyed by a stun. Like, you don't have Chronos here. Why are you trying to be this aggressive here? I know you wanted to kill that guy, but like, you leaped forward and got destroyed by this guy who's got way more experience than you guys. He's at a critical level of 7, which usually means he'd have his Stormhammer maxed and his God Strength up. While you guys aren't at that critical level. You're 5. He should only be 5 too. Like, you hit a power curve around level 7, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Allergies. Since you hit a power curve around like level 7, you should know like he's at like a weird little peak there, and you're not. Because like most Svens right now do a 1-4-1 build, which I wouldn't be opposed to him doing that lane because it kind of inadvertently harasses you two because it's 65% enormous cleave. So you guys completely got blown out in this lane. Which actually speaks this a little more. So you want to be using this mom to like farm a lot more. I'm okay with you getting the time lock. Or, you know. Okay. There's no point in getting the poor man's shield now. Like, if there was a Wind Ranger, maybe I'd be okay with getting a poor man's shield. The reason for that is because Wind Ranger's attack damage lowers when she ults. Like, it cuts her damage by about 50% at the first level, and I think it's 40-30, something like that. So a poor man's shield blocks a ton of damage from her, particularly early on. So if you're scared of like a fed Wind Ranger going off on you, that's something really good to have. I'm fine with maxing this, but your time lock definitely has to be the next ability max. I didn't actually see what you maxed into the buff. You also want a TP right now. Yeah, I mean, I think the Iron Talon would have been good earlier. It's still fine now, because it is going to accelerate your farm by quite a bit. Because you definitely want the Quelling Blades, so why not take that too? Because this build doesn't farm particularly fast. So I think what you should be getting right now is Treads straight into Mjolnir. So your goal is to have maximum damage, and we look at this. Nice. If you manage to... So like if you had a TP here, you could TP to that, and you might have been able to like clean up 2 kills or something. You should be able to get it. I think you'll get this. See, like, the thing is, you're just a glass cannon with this mom, right? And like right now you feel it's like playing it from behind. That jug is fucking fed to shit right now. So now you're 0-3, and I think you could say all 3 of those deaths were avoidable. Like, you also have to have an assessment of, like, your power in the game. I didn't see what that jug's items were. I wouldn't have assumed that, but that doesn't give him all too many stats. You might have been able to kill him if you got someone. Okay, oh, you're right, you're right. Okay, so the reason you can't kill him is because your time lock isn't maxed. The whole point of stacking attack speed on a Faceless Void is to hit, like, a super amount of time lock procs. So generally, like, if you're going for a solo kill and they don't have any real way to stop it, then you want to, like, leap on top of them, try and stun them a couple of times, try and get a few auto attacks, then you chrono them, and then you just start going hard, right? That's the ideal way you do this. Whoops, I need to look at this. And you just turn your mom on this jug again. You're lucky he's an idiot. I guess he really couldn't have done much there. He could have just man fought you with the right clicks and probably would have won. Because he's like 3 levels above you. He's got max crit and a Vlad's. So you're taking an incredible amount of damage more than him. Yeah, so you should know, like, you actually don't have the kill potential until your time lock's max. That's the whole point of the attack speed max. That's the other thing that kind of hurts. Well, I don't know. Some people, if you're playing offlane Void, you used to max time lock anyway. Or you'd at least prioritize it. Nice. Okay, questionable. So that was a really iffy start. Do we just give up treads? No, they're coming out to you now. See, this is good. But, oh, motherfucker. Hang on, I gotta turn my phone off. Yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned in the beginning of this that I'm kind of doing this right before I have to go to work. So another thing, like, the way you want to play Carry Void, the way you want to play Carry Void is basically like split pushing a lot, and you're not really doing that, you're just jungling a lot now. Like, your time walk and your chrono make it so you can do it somewhat safely. Obviously the big stuns from this guy. Does he have a blink yet? He doesn't even have a blink. He's not really going for it. This guy doesn't have a blink. They don't have blinks. Okay, the Sven has a blink. But a Sven's probably not killing you in 2 seconds. So if you're kind of tight with a tree line, you could probably just survive that, leap over it, and then TP out. Worst case scenario, you can also chrono. So like, this is good, but then you go for a Battle Fury, but like, you already have a Mjolnir that's a farming item, and this is just raw damage too. So what you really want to be playing is like splitting the map. What I mean by that is like just split pushing a lot. That hurts. You want to be split pushing a lot and then TPing back for tower defenses. So the split pushing is going to get you a lot of farm, which is what your build's designed to do. And it's also going to open up opportunities for solo pickoffs. And like, you really haven't been doing that. You got your mom and then you just sat in the woods. And you looked for a couple of kills to like help, but you weren't in a position where you could help. Like, you still don't have your time lock maxed. And now that you're level 11 without your time lock max, it takes a really long time for you to hit 12. Which is a problem. Like, it's 5% more and 10 more damage. And like, the big thing is like the 5% more. Like, you want 1 out of 4 of your hits to proc, not 1 out of 5. Because in your chrono, it's just so much damage. The offlane Void's technically like 4-4-1. But like, when you want to play it in this manner, it needs to be 4-1-4. Like, I'm cool with you maxing this first. I'm cool with you getting the casual point in time dilation. It's just like, I can't stress enough that you need to have this max. You can just chrono him. This is going like scary long. Like, they could be responding to that. but they're not. Like, you didn't have vision knowing they weren't responding to that. You just want to get kills and get the fuck out. Like, that's your goal right now. You need to just get kills and get farm. The fuck? We're missing a stop point here, aren't we? 4, 7, 10, 11. Okay, you didn't... Oh, okay, this is... You can't skip levels of this either. It's 4.5 seconds, which isn't a big deal, but it's a 15-second cooldown reduction. And if you were gonna skip it for any level, it's not motherfucking time dilation. It's okay, Chrono. And your team got the best of that fight, too. You get a wand, too. Like, you generally speaking want to have your item slots filled out. Oh, I guess you... I guess this would be your TP slot. Never mind. You could have had a wand earlier, though. It'll give you that little bit extra in a fight that can let you live. Like, you're a slippery hero, right? Because you have the time walk that's on 6-second cooldowns. So, sorry. Since you're on the... Since you have this, and if you combine that with a wand, like, you're generally pretty slippery. And it can be very hard for them to accurately assess the amount of damage they need to kill you. Once again, we're still not maxing the time walk. This is like a catastrophic problem. Like I said, we should be trying to just farm as much as possible and get a lot of creeps. Like, I wouldn't even need a Maelstrom or anything. And just straight farming, I get more... Like, with the Vlad's build, I would have more farm than you right now. Even with that... Even with, like, the worst lanes ever. Because of my utilization of the jungle, I'm able to get, like, 100 creeps by, like, 20 minutes. And we're 4 minutes, like, past that. Like, I usually, like, leave laning phase with that. I don't mean that as, like, a brag. I just mean that as, like, a... trying to illustrate what you can do. That hurts. The worst part... one of the things I wanted to look at, but I didn't really get a chance to, we're kind of time constricted, is I want to see what order you picked it in. You picked this into Black Hole, which is kind of awkward. And, like, a couple of, like, long duration stuns. So that's 2 seconds, that's 2.5. Which makes your life a little hard. Like, why do we even get the Battle Fury? That's one of the things I'm confused right now. Like, you have good farm compared to your team, but I wouldn't say you have good farm overall. And I guess that's something worth taking into account. That, like, you know, from the off lane, you're the second most creeps. But, like, the rest of your team just sucks and isn't farming. Their team is farming to some degree. Comparatively. Like, that's really low for a Jug. It's kind of low for a Lifestealer. That's really, really low for a Sven. A Sven farms, like, 10 CS a minute pretty easily. I know he's in like that 1v2, but he got some kills and then had time to catch up. He also didn't do the max cleave build first, so I guess that's something to be said for it. And at this point, if you want to know what the most damage efficient item is, it's definitely the full Mjolnir right now. So, in terms of like what I think this build should conceptually be doing, you're building the right item. And you finally have your time lock max, but it's just so late now. That is shitty. You're lucky that dude just walked right into that shit. Doesn't he ult? Why doesn't he just ult yet? No, he has no ult. I don't remember seeing him use it. Is it Slark have ult? No, he just TP'd out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's kind of good usage of the camp. You want to like auto the big one, get some lightning procs, and then split your autos around in order to kill as many you can with lightning procs to like equally distribute your damage. So you do that kind of well. The thing about the Mjolnir charge, when you use the active on the Mjolnir, you probably don't want to put it on yourself. You're not a very tanky hero, and you want to be following up, so you can put it on someone like the CK, which would be good. It might reveal that he's real, but he could push back a lot of damage with that. Man. Guys just getting game done. Just farm this, like, what are you looking for? The Sven? Do you really want to mess with that? And he left, too. Like, you can't assume people are just going to stick around there. Like, the safer course of action is just farming. And, like, can you even kill this guy? I don't even know. You might be able to. Yeah, you can. He's got a mom. He doesn't have an SNY. If you caught him in a chrono, and he was missing like 20% of his HP, you might be able to luck bash him to death. It would definitely be close. I missed kind of a good fight there, but I'll just assume you did well. I don't want to go back and look at it. I guess I'm more on time. See that one after you Iron Talon the big one, you should have autoed the small one and killed the big one with the Maelstrom procs. Like the thing about this over a Battle Fury is you don't kill camps evenly like that, so you have to like distribute your auto attacks in order to farm more efficiently. And this is fine. Like generally right now you'd be wanting to build an MKB or a crit. Oh, okay. Maybe your Battle Fury was because you guys were against Mega Creeps. That would make sense. Since none of them are evasion builders, well, none of them have evasion right now. This guy should build evasion. Once I see a Daedalus coming out, I immediately go into Butterfly. His item build is very, very terrible, though. This is all very non-synergistic. The only benefit is you can't really solo kill him unless you get really lucky. Oh, that's good, man. That's delicious. Good job. It's a good fight. Good show up. Yeah, that's kind of a waste of a slot. I'd rather have a wand over a Portman shield. You already have the life steal, so you don't actually need the creep damage block anymore. It's very awkward you not having the mana for Chrono here too. Does the Bane have mana boots? The Bane does have mana boots. I try and walk closer, asking for mana. And then if you swap to int treads after he gives you mana, you'll probably have enough for it. Were you there for that? Yeah, you were. Okay, so the only problem with this now is you have enough for Chrono, but not for Time Walk. You should be getting this crit to you ASAP, man. The only awkward part, like when you're doing this type of Void thing, is like, where do you get your tank from? And the answer is usually nowhere. Like, you do okay against Burst because of your Q. Oh, lit the fuck up. It's like this is like the strength of the build. Like your ability to just take out one target in a fight is really good. But like you can do that while split pushing. Like you really haven't been split pushing enough. I should probably have put more emphasis on that as I was going through it. Oh shit! Oh, he dead. Maybe. This has got a blank. Did he not have a blank? He did not. It's a very interesting item build. So by split pushing a lot, what you do is you force teams to respond to you. You make it not safe for their carrier to farm. Because if you have like Mom Treads and maxed E, I guess they can't know whether your E is maxed. They can't know whether your E is maxed, but the crits were overall crits were damage in the Demon Edge right now. I'm pretty certain of that. I'm definitively certain of that. So you're gonna hold one, you might as well just hold this. You're not saving for buyback. If you get like caught out or something, you could die here. Or sorry, your team could lose. But on the second hand, you could think of it like, oh, I need more pickoffs so that I don't lose fights. But you're not even really playing it like that. You need to sell this fucking poor man shield. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm reporting you. You motherfucker. So you don't like the poor man shield doesn't really do anything at this point. Like this guy's gonna hit when he ults for like 400 damage. Oh, you're blocking 20 of it. Who cares? This guy's gonna hits for like 180 right now, 190. And you block 20 of that. Who cares? Like it doesn't matter. Oh, I took the wrong perspective. Oh man. So that's the thing. Like, no matter how good you do against a lineup like this, if he gets a good black hole off, which you guys grouping like this are just asking for, and the Sven walks up, your team is gonna lose that fight. I was at a game like this with like a Mag Sven or something, and we were doing pretty well, and it really only takes... Okay, yeah, that's a mistake. It really only takes like one fucked up team fight to really just shit the bed. So right now, Butterfly would be good. The thing about Butterfly is like the big source is like cleave damage. That's just poor optimization now. But like, the big source of damage is cleave damage, which you can't. Oh, you can't evade. Cleave damage doesn't miss unless it misses on the primary target. So if he's targeting you, it's fucking great. Fight him. What are you doing? Coward. I don't know why you ran away from that. You are like, you're reasonably farmed right now. Like, you do. If you're the highest net worth, I would not be surprised. Yeah. Like I want to say you've taken some of these fights reasonably well, but I think you're just approaching, like, how you want to play a little wrong. Like, there wasn't enough split farming early on. Like, you can do it now, but it's a little more risky. But between, like, I don't know, I guess we'll say, like, after laning phase breaks down, so we'll say, like, 10, 12 minutes to, like, 25-ish minutes, that's where you want to be, like, split pushing and farming a lot. And looking for those solo kills. And then you TP to fights. Like, if they don't want to deal with you, or they fail to deal with you. If they fail to deal with you, first of all, that's great. Like, if they try and gank you and then fail, that creates so much space for your team and wastes so much of their time. So that's good. If you manage to, like, solo kill their fucking core or something, that's, like, also amazing. That's brutal. Man, that was a lot of damage, too. I want to actually watch that in slow motion. That chrono into Phoenix Egg is just disgusting. Oh, what a chrono. That's something you could jerk off to. I think you made sure to kill the Enigma first. I think that's good. Yeah, let's see what kills you. What did you use your time walk on? I want to see how you use your time walk on this, because like you gotta keep in mind, you explode so easily, and like this build's gonna put you in like the fray right now, right? So we have one right now. Did you just like point blank leap? I think that's what lost you this fight. Okay, that's what lost you this fight. We're gonna slow it down, because like, I think it's kind of hard to see it. You kill one. You kill, well, the Sven dies there. That's huge. You leap on top of the fucking Life Stealer. If you didn't leap on top of the Life Stealer and you were able to leap right there, you regain 1,000 HP, and you're out of the Blade Fury, and you're able to then go on these guys again and kill them. You literally just lost the game for your team right there. Like, there's a couple of ways to look up. Okay, so it looks like you might win this fight, assuming they know how to attack a fucking healing ward. Assuming they're fucking idiots. Oh my god. He's an idiot too. That's incredible. That was just an experience and a half. If he didn't Nightmare and if he enfeebled him instead, that Slark might have been able to actually win that fight. Because he doesn't do a lot of damage. So assuming that's a max level enfeeble, which it is. This guy does like no damage. Oh, okay, never mind. He has it on him, he still does damage. Just the Maelstrom. But yeah, that fight would have, you would have saved your Slark and it would have been a 5 for 3? No, 5 for 2. It would have been, if you didn't fuck up that leap, it would have been a 5 for 2 wipe instead of a 4 for 4 with their Jug surviving. Like, that's 1,000% your execution. So like when you're talking about like losing a fight or whatever, in that moment, are you what cost your team the game? In that fight, yes, and like that could have been catastrophic and it wasn't as bad as I initially made it out to be. But like, as an aggregate, is this game largely on you? Not really. I mean, you botched the laning phase a little bit. So you could say this Sven got out of control and it was your fault. You fed to him early on, but you recovered very well through the mid-game. Like, I think you played a lot better after your first 3 deaths. But you still didn't do what you were supposed to be doing. So by like just farming in the woods, you're not actually creating space for your team. And you're not generating solo pick opportunities. You just hope like the enemy walks into your woods or they go for a fight in this area or something, and you're able to generate. Okay, I gotta go soon. you're able to generate kills there. So we're gonna watch this kind of quickly. I think we kind of went over like the key points right now, which is going for the battlefield right now is bad. You should go for a butterfly. You just want to stack damage, and like Battle Fury is not damage; it's cleave damage, which helps you farm. Like if you ask anyone, Battle Fury is a farming item; it's not a damage item. It's something you want to get really early on. And exception would be if you're against maybe like a Phantom Lancer, or I guess if you were against the Chaos Knight, and you want to be able to kill all of his illusions. The cleave is important. The cleave does way more than Mjolnir, generally speaking. Once the enemy gets enough HP. When you have like a CK or a PL with like 3000 HP, it just doesn't do enough. See, I think that Chrono is totally fine there. That Enigma's a fucking problem. Hey, you roached? Okay, that's the second thing. Your hero can solo roach once you have the Mjolnir. I mean, you have the poor man's shield Mjolnir or whatever, you can just go solo roach on. That's something you should also be utilizing, because you didn't actually roach at all. And having the ability to solo Roshan is really good. And that's what your bash gives you. I assume we're going to take this and do nothing with it. Because the tier 2s are... Oh, actually, that one went up. You could have taken another set here. That's probably a mistake. It was kind of awkward because the tier 2s were still up, but your creeps literally just killed the top one. You could have met them here and you'd have 40 seconds. Like, they can't... This guy doesn't have cleave, right? So he doesn't fucking matter. Who'd you just kill? Sentai? Yeah, if your team fully went there and committed here, you would have gotten another tower. And you do not want to pull your ult on a Centaur. It's fine the Enigma, because the Enigma is literally what, like, a game changer. It lost you a fight here, just because that Enigma was alive, and the Sven was around still. Like, you were on the verge of winning that fight, and then you got 5-man black hole into cleave. Like, that's what that was. It was like, oh, this fight's going really well. All of a sudden, it's like 5-man black hole, Sven. So, like, chronoing to kill Sven or Enigma will win you a fight. Or will guarantee that you can't lose a fight in that same manner. I shouldn't say it'll guarantee winning a fight. They just push right up and end it, huh? And by back here, you have the Battle Fury. Yeah, like here you could have had a butterfly instead. Like, look how much gold surplus you have. That's a mistake. Like, the butterfly lets you man up on this guy, man up on him, man up on the Sven. Like, you can man fight any of them, and like they're gonna miss so much attacks because they don't have MKBs. And like exploiting a lack of an MKB timing window with a butterfly or some other evasion item is just so fucking strong. Gotta go faster here. I have to leave for work in 5 minutes. I've already dressed for it though, mostly. I have my clothes sitting behind me, so no big deal. I want to look at one of your other games too. Which I'll have to do later. And I'm not going to guarantee that, because I'm lazy. And I imagine we're going to see it played very similarly. I wanted to look at it with and without Battle Fury, but the Battle Fury is like one of your last items, so it doesn't matter. Like, you're still so squishy here. You see 1800 HP and you're using a Mask of Madness. Like, you just need to kill people in Chronosphere, and then, like, get out of fights. Yeah, okay. So that's Mask of Madness right there. Thing is, like, all you can really build is a Scotty or a Heart, but that's sacrificing your damage. So you hit a good Chrono, the problem is it's during the juggle. Yeah. So you could just walk up and point blank Chrono. So the last thing I really wanted to talk about, we'll go back a little bit. So one of the changes in how you have to play this, remember I said they changed Time Walk, so instead of at 1300 range it's 650 or whatever, 625. What you want to do, can I draw here? Okay. So what you want to do when you're doing these split push stuff, because like you should be like generally in this area trying to limit their farm. It's even worth it for you to buy wards just to place them aggressively so you can play a little safer. Let's say you're farming like these camps and this wave's like pushed to here, and you want to get a solo kill. And then, okay, so the Sven TP's in, he goes to farm this. The way you approach this is you cut, like, let's say the creep wave is right here or something. You cut through this tree line, and then just point blank chrono him. That way you can use your leap to get out. Because as we said, like, your leap is only 6 seconds. Uh, your leap's only 6 seconds, but, like, let's say you chrono him, and then you see, like, there's 3 people behind him or something. Like, let's say you put that chrono on the edge, and, like, there's an Enigma sitting behind him, but you caught him in the chrono, too. You can't kill that Sven, most likely, in the duration of the chronosphere. And the Enigma is going to be able to help him counter kill you because it could chain stun you between Black Hole, Maledict, and Sven stun for like 7 seconds or something. So when you see that, it lets you time walk out and you can run away. But this only lasts like 4 seconds. So that means if you time walk in, they'll be able to stun you without you being able to time walk out. So like playing angles around tree lines is like, can I see this on the minimap? No. That's weird. I don't know how casters do that. Being able to like angle around a tree line and get point blank chronos and not waste a time walk is like really, really important when you're doing this build. Like it was really useful when, so time walk used to be like 11 or 13 second cooldown, something like that. So like if you leap in, you definitely can't leap out even after the chronosphere, and it didn't have any backtrack element either. So it was really important for that, and I still think it's important because the trade-off is now you're super short range. So while you can use the leap to get in there, and you might even be able to use it to get out.
Oh, great. Dyer's bottom tower got destroyed.
Oh man. While you can leap in there and you can probably use it to get out to some degree, you don't want to rely on that. You want to be able to just walk in and do that. Particularly like, let's say you're doing pretty well, and you're gonna have a really fast mom treads. It might be worth changing up your build to max this first to get you even more kills. Because like the early, like that's static damage. It's 70 magic damage, right? That's more effective. Well, that's statically effective as long as they don't have BKBs because magic resistance doesn't increase. But like when you put on 130, well I guess 125 attack speed between a mom and a treads, and you proc that when someone has like 700 HP, it's a guaranteed kill. So like if you're able to do point blank chronos and not need time walk to initiate, it opens up the possibility for you to change on the fly and max your time walk first. So just to recap, we're gonna do this very quickly because I should leave right now. When you're doing this build, your order was correct. You should not have dropped your Poor Man's Shield. You should have dropped your Iron Talon. Sorry, should have dropped your Poor Man's Shield, not your Iron Talon. You could have gotten rid of that for a wand earlier too. You only need that really for the jungling or in situationally against a hero, maybe like a Wind Ranger, who does a lot of damage very fast, but it's low damage. The Mask of Madness makes it so you don't need to damage block because you're going to regen it all back just by attacking. The Mjolnir is great. You don't need a Battle Fury after that. That'll help you farm enough. The only reason I'd say to get it is if you're against Mega Creeps or an Illusion-based hero. You can maybe get both. Like, when I say Illusion-based, I mean like a Phantom Lancer, a CK, and maybe like a Naga Siren. Only people who have like more than 2 illusions. You know, so just using a Manta style, it's not worth it. Secondly, the way you want to play this from about the 10 to 25-minute mark is by split pushing lanes. You just split push this in, farm these camps out, and you wait for a solo kill. Like that's the point of the mom build, to split push, create pressure and space for your team, deny them their jungle, and get a lot of farm for yourself, and then eventually get solo kills. Because when you have that mom treads shit, you can solo kill that Jug early on. You could solo kill him. He was not tanky at all. He had like Vlad's phase or something. You might be even able to solo kill the Sven since he didn't do a tanky build. If you catch him with his mom on, which I'd say he probably had around like 18, 22 minutes or something. If you catch him when he's farming with a mom and you ult him and you jump that guy, you can probably kill him. Another thing like you can do if they don't have any stuns is you can leap onto them, start autoing them, and then chrono them after about a second or two. Once they try and retreat, you chrono them. So you take the extra 2-3 hits that you might get, 2-3-4-5 hits even, that you might get from just manning up on them at first, and then Chronosphere once they realize they want to run because you're a Faceless Void with a mom treads and you will kill them in a man fight. So that gets you that little bit extra, and which is really good on a hero. I guess stun's not good, but like let's say like a bristleback or someone who doesn't have a stun, who might try and man up on you, and then you're able to change that afterwards. This is almost such a good fight until you fucked it up with the time walk, man. Came so close to being good. And you just have to play like very precise with the mom, because like you see it here, and you see it again here when you lose the game. Like you just explode. All right, I have to end the video. You know, feel free to send more replays. I might check out your other games later when I get home. I should be an early day for me. But yeah, I'll upload this. So I'm gonna send it. Since I have to run out the door, I'll send you the link before it's even done. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You'll figure it all out.